Welcome back. So you have not seen any other videos from me, simply because I've been really, really busy. But then also, I just did my skincare routine, and like, without pulling the camera out, it only takes me about five, at the most 7 minutes. So, um, just do my skincare routine and then like keep it moving. So the tough thing is it does take a lot more time pulling out the camera, setting up the camera, like figuring out what you might talk about. But right now it's easy for me because I'm just simply recording. But later, for people who have like 10K, 5K, like they actually have to put a little bit more effort into their videos to keep their subscribers. See, I don't really care because I'm not making money right now. So, but I did want to talk a little bit about like some of my beginnings. So, I will, not really beginnings, but just some of the things that I've been going through for the past 4 to 5 years, almost 5 years. So I started off when I went joined. I joined the workforce when I was really young, because I was a child model. So I had that going for me. No, just kidding. But yeah, I was a child model, so I did kind of start off pretty early in the workforce. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I decided to go back to college. The first time I went to college, didn't know what I wanted to do. Got a lot of classes in like just creative things like graphic design, drama, art, stuff like that. And I really didn't have any. I didn't know which route I was going to take. And that was partially due to me choosing the wrong school. I chose the wrong school to go to, because that school didn't help me. It didn't help me out at all. I mean, starting off from going from high school to college, transitioning into college, you really need a good school that's going to talk to you before you make a big financial commitment like that. And they just let me take random classes without even talking to an advisor. So I thought that was, now looking back at it, I see that as very strange. And I honestly feel like people who go to that college now, like who have went to that college then and go to it now, they should get compensated for that, because there was no direction. I had no direction. So I dropped out, became a nursing assistant, and I really enjoyed that. And then something happened in my life, and I just decided I'm going back to college. So I went back to college, and this time I was sticking it through. I was getting my degree. So I got my associates, then went on to university, and then got my bachelor's. Throughout that time, I was utilizing public assistance. So like food stamps, SNAP benefits, welfare, just medical insurance, through the government, just stuff like that. And one, it was a really humbling experience, but two, it taught me a lot about the world and how people perceive others who are lower income. And I knew I didn't want to be on government assistance my entire life. Like, I'm not a welfare queen. I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. I wanted to pull myself out of poverty and make something of myself and just be, like the middle class. How they say middle class is just what you should aim for. So that's just what I want to do. I just want to pull myself out of poverty, become middle class, and not be lower class anymore. And then the more I start to learn about, some of the decisions I made and just everything, I'd realize that is harder than you think. But anyways, I'm just really proud of myself for like finally being able to pull myself out of poverty. Um, so yeah, like now, I don't know if you can hear that, but now I do not receive anything. I don't receive any type of government assistance at all. Like I have my own health insurance. I got my own, like I pay my own bills, all of them. Pay for my own food and just everything. So it's been really interesting. But there are people out there, contrary to, what the media tells you, what a lot of people tell you. They make it seem as though women just get on welfare and want to stay on it and never ever get off of it. And I'm here to tell you that I am living testimony that that is not the case. That throughout my entire time of utilizing it, I was working to pull myself out of it. So I was in college. I wasn't just sitting on my behind doing nothing. I was in college, and I was also working on a business. It wasn't my business. It was a friend's business, but yeah, I was also working on their business, trying to help them with that, and trying to learn a lot about creating businesses. And yeah, I wasn't just sitting on my butt. And also, it was really hard to pull myself out of it. Like, it's hard when you're working and trying to figure out how to get off of it, but then it is very comforting knowing that you have it. So you're like snatching back that comfort blanket and like kind of stepping into muddy waters, unknown territory, and trying to figure things out on your own and be a little bit more like basically be independent completely. And it can be really hard. It was hard. It's challenging. Even now it's still challenging. So I got one job that's really good. I love it. But then I just went and got a second job recently. And that's just like to like excel even further. So my second job is just, I feel like I was on this path and now I moved up, and then I'm just trying to continue to move up. So even things like starting a channel, like that is with the idea that I may one day be able to make money off of this platform. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But I'm going with the intention that it's a possibility. It's a new opportunity. And I don't want to, because again, we're all one paycheck away from being on welfare, not having a job, and just anything. Like we're one moment away, one situation away from just being back down there where we used to be or where we could be. And just trying to figure out ways where I can continue to launch myself up and not drag myself down. So it's been a really interesting journey, but yes, I'm definitely living testimony that there are African American women out here who do want the best for themselves, for their families. They do want to raise their kids in loving households. They do they're not just welfare queens. And I see that all the time, especially with a certain YouTuber who used to get on YouTube and talk so bad about black women, and it really sucked because like that you're not one of them, and you know that there are so many women out there who also aren't, and who also want the best for their families, want the best for like their friends, people around them, the family, you know, basically family, friends, people around them, other people who also belong in the boxes that they belong in. And it just sucks that like that person would just try to tear people down. Like they use their words to tear you down instead of using their words to kind of lift you up. But because you hear it all the time on YouTube, you hear it all the time on social media. So I'm definitely living testimony. I've said that about the fifth time, but I've jumbled my words. So I'm definitely living testimony that you can, in fact, pull yourself out of poverty and be okay, be happy. So hopefully I can learn some good editing skills. I can think and create some really interesting videos, and I don't know, or maybe I just don't, but we'll see where it goes. We'll see where life takes me. But anyways, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully the next video will not be a car vlog or a skincare routine. But yes, I will talk to you guys later.